So I wanted to see if winning in Deceit 2 is pure luck or pure skill by streaming for 5 hours to see if I could win 10 games in a row. This will show if my skill and determination can outplay these troll lobbies. My first game I got the Guardian, but it didn't go so well. The lobby wasn't necessarily trolling, just nobody talked, which made the Guardian protection a lot less effective since I can't tell them they were protected. Luckily, we caught an infected hitting an altar and the other infected went into the confession booth, which allowed for both infected to die without me needing to get people to vote for them. The next game, which I was soulbound, was a lot more risky, where I did plays like soulbound the person who I gave a walkie-talkie to, sussing random players, and going into the confession booth blindly to kill a player. At the end, we downed the final 4 players and voted them out with my teammate. After this game, the wins just kept coming, where I won an additional 4 games. But for the 7th game though, it got a bit messy. So for this game, I played a lot more cocky. I decided to hit an altar right in front of Rachel. To be fair, Rachel looked new, and I thought I could altar rush my way out of this, but they decided to chase me. I was able to outrun them since they had no guns, but for some reason I decided to stutter while running away, which caused Lisa to come up behind me and shoot me, which got me out. Yeah, I threw away my 6-game win streak because I was too cocky. But of course, I bounced right back, winning 3 easy games in a row. That's until the 4th game where I was pure fire. I don't know what was with me in this game, but for some reason, I could not catch who was doing all of the altars. I was searching everywhere and purifying all of them as I went. So when Rachel got downed, I automatically decided to vote for them since everybody said they were infected. But it turned out that they were the Phantom. This caused chaos with people dying left and right, getting turbulenced randomly, and apparently I got protected during this time. But luckily, Priya the infected killed them from the opposite side of where I was, across the map. And I was able to run to Priya before the in-between starts to kill them. I then won 2 games in a row, but the 7th game as Seer was a bit different. This game was not necessarily hard, I just messed up a couple times. At the start of the game, I was able to catch Lisa transforming. That was a good start to this. Instead of holding the information and voting out Lisa at the right time, I made the mistake of telling Alex, who turned out to be infected, after he transformed right in front of me. Sadly, everyone in the lobby died because they were trolling, but I felt confident that I could beat a 1v2 against the infected. I spawned into the daytime and I started attacking Lisa, but I completely ignored Alex and he ended up shooting me from behind. It was my fault. I should have pushed a better position or focus on Alex, but I didn't. The next stream after this, I was able to get 2 flawless infected wins and a great soulbound win. But the 4th game is the reason I decided to do this challenge. I was speedrunning through tasks, using a combination of the strategy of just staying out of the groups and task rushing, but I made the simple mistake of running away from Chang. You see, Chang was trolling since the start of the game, so I knew I should have stayed away from him, but there was nothing I could do. Completely running away from him instead of trying to run past him made me a more viable target, so he and his friends decided to gain up on me and vote me out without a reason. After this game, I was pretty down, and the games after this did not change. I was able to catch Lisa doing an altar, but it turns out Lisa had a lot of friends. So when I thought I could get them to vote Lisa out, they all turned on me and decided to defend their friend. I was able to run away and survive the night, but the daytime got a bit tricky, where I had to fight in a 1v3 against 2 infected and 1 of their friends. Since it's a 1v3, I had to get one of them to vote each other, so this was going to be a really hard task. I was able to down Rachel the innocent early, but I had to hurry and get away from Lisa. Luckily, Lisa voted for Rachel, so I swooped in to vote Rachel and downed the infected Alex and Lisa right after. After this game, I was feeling pretty up, which showed since I won 2 games in a row flawlessly. But the 4th game, I did something pretty stupid. I saw that the lobby I was in had a big group of friends, so I believed the best option was to altar rush. I started off by hitting an altar in the middle, and then I decided to do a risky play and hit an altar right behind a group of players. But I felt pretty confident. I've played in similar situations, and all of those times I got away. So I hit the altar and a motion sensor went off. The players immediately went back and I perfectly timed a smoke grenade to run through the other entrance to the bathroom. I even went through the VOD of this game and it was perfectly placed. All of the players were facing the opposite direction, and the smoke grenade completely blocked my character. I was able to escape this mistake completely unnoticed, and I decided to go back to the group to roleplay a bit. But the friend group decided to down me and vote me out right away, with their main reasoning being that they saw me use an invis. It was truly unlucky. I should have just auto rushed my way to the win. That really shows that roleplaying isn't a viable strategy in Deceit 2. After this game, I was determined to win. I was speedrunning through games until the 4th game as the vampire. Luckily, this lobby was trolling, so I was able to hit altars while they were fighting. I eliminated a pretty good chunk of players until Jack randomly started attacking me, and I had to down them quickly. Everyone hurried and rushed to vote them, and it turned out he was the Phantom. Jack was able to kill 3 players, including my teammate, right in front of me while I was using invis. But the Phantom decided to look right past me, and I was able to kill him. After that, I killed Beck, the final player, to clutch up the game. I then had a crazy warding game that I clutched up, and then I had my 6th game as the medium. I was able to catch Hans transforming right away on the first night, and right after I asked Hans to go in the scanner the following morning, his infected teammate Beck went in with him. I then knew who the 2 infected were, but there was a problem. I was playing with a bunch of kids in my lobby. To be fair, these kids were pretty good, and they even called out that they could both be infected, but I didn't trust that they would vote for their friend, so I stayed silent for a couple of nights, until during one of the daytimes, I heard Priya's Weasley little friend through the mic, who's dead, tell him that Beck and Hans were both infected. I mean, this is good news for me, since they're likely to vote with me now. I got Priya to vote for Hans, and then we started hunting for Beck. I was able to catch him 2 times, but both times I overcommitted without shooting, and they downed me by pre-aiming. It was then the in-between where I easily escaped them, until I made the dumb mistake of using the invis medallion right in a common pathway, which he of course ran into me and killed me. After 5 hours of doing this challenge, I decided to call it quits here, officially losing the challenge. But did I really lose? I got 26 wins and only 6 losses. That's over an 80% win rate, and half of those losses were because I messed up, not because there was a troll lobby. So you can get a 90% win rate with pure skill in Deceit 2.